For the opening remarks, we will now receive in our stage one of the thinkers, founders behind QS World University Ranking, also a veteran in the field of institutional corporate performance in higher ed. He is the Senior Vice President of QS, Mr. Ben Sowter. Vice President QS, Quacquarelli Simmons.
Madam Vice President, Chancellor Ibar, Minister Garcia Fermin, university leaders from across the region and the world, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you all to QS Américas here in Santo Domingo. I wanted to start by talking a little bit about QS. You know, why are we here? And it comes down to our mission. At the heart of the QS mission is a simple purpose: to enable motivated people around the world to achieve their potential. Now, how better to fulfill that mission than through empowering the individual missions of universities across the region and across the world to greatly amplify our collective influence to change the world that we pass on to our children. I've been talking about QS internally a little recently, referring to the idea of forging QS into what I like to call an inspiratorium. Now, an inspiratorium is not a place, it's not a thing, it's an ecosystem, if you will, an opportunity to come together around a key inflection point, whether you're an individual student choosing the place where you're next going to study, or a university trying to make decisions for its strategic future. An inflection point is a moment where we have the opportunity to evoke change. What QS can do, I hope you'll discover over the next 2 days, is help draw together insights, both ours and your own, and expertise, both ours and your own, to together inspire action, to actually make a difference. And I'll come back to that thought at the end of my brief talk. The theme today is regionally focused, globally minded, collaborating to elevate higher ed in the Americas. I thought I'd take a look at that from a specifically Dominican lens, if you'll bear with me. So, aside from the evident capability and dynamism of this place, of this economy, of the higher education sector here and the universities that comprise it, what might you really be seeking here? We hope that you come together at QS summits with a mind to forge partnerships, to enhance the ones you already have, to perhaps initiate new ones. Now, how might you do that here in the Dominican Republic? We're standing in what many ways could be described as a living laboratory, a part of the world that has unique characteristics beyond the individual institutions that are here assembled. And to cover the academic spectrum in brief, in the arts and humanities, if we were to look at the field of archaeology, well, Concepción de la Vega is the settlement that was founded around the fort that Christopher Columbus established when he landed here in 1492. It was lost in an earthquake in 1562 and subsequently abandoned, rediscovered in 1975. So if your field is history or archaeology, perhaps there's an opportunity for discussion and discovery around the Dominican Republic's fine history and archaeology. In engineering and technology, well, the #1 export of the Dominican Republic is gold, primarily sourced from the Pueblo Viejo mine, the largest gold mine in Latin America and the 13th largest in the world, expected to be operational until 2041. So if your field is mining engineering, environmental sciences, a variety of other related fields, perhaps there's a partnership here in the Dominican Republic that can help illuminate your research. In life sciences and medicine, perhaps you didn't realize that the second biggest export from the Dominican Republic is medical devices. There are 33 medical device and pharmaceutical product manufacturers operating under the Free Zones platform, 5 of the world's top 10. In natural sciences, well, marine conservation is an area that the Dominican Republic has taken great leadership in and has become a leader of the Caribbean Challenge Initiative. In 2009, via presidential decree, the Dominican Republic protected 3.2 million acres of terrestrial and marine habitat. And finally, in social sciences and management, well, the Dominican Republic in 2018 and again in 2022 is the Caribbean's largest destination for tourism. Over 20% of the tourism in the Caribbean comes through the Dominican Republic, with over 80,000 hotel rooms and 6.5 million tourists a year. So if your field is leisure and hospitality, again, an opportunity to work with partners here in the Dominican Republic to access that living laboratory. And this is only the beginning. Over the next 2 days, I'm confident you will find a variety of other, perhaps less well-known facts about the Dominican Republic and the seed for some spectacular and impactful partnerships. Now, at QS, we run many events, and they're fantastic moments. We feel special when we're in this room with all of you, and we've drawn you all together, and we've got a fantastic program lined up to take you through. We're looking forward to learning from you all here over the next 2 days. But actually, it's only 2 days. The measure of the success of a convention like this is not what happens here, but what happens afterwards. Perhaps an unusual selection, but a quote from the movie Batman Begins. It is not who you are underneath, but what you do that defines you. Universities around the world have fantastic power, fantastic potential, and a strong humanitarian social value set. But if you don't use it to really change the world, then it's an opportunity missed. We all hope at QS that we can really forge some relationships and some conversations to get some of that story started here in Santo Domingo this week. I'm really looking forward to it. I hope you are too. Thank you and welcome from us all at QS.